Yeah. Um, Call Apex from LWC component. There are three different ways. There are three different ways you can call Apex from LWC component: wiring with property, wiring with function, imperative call. So wiring with property. So what are the prerequisites for your Apex class? It should be a public class with a public or global class, a public or global static method, prefixed with at or enabled uh, with the parameter cacheable equal to true, isn't it? So these are criteria for your Apex class. In your JS, you have to include the import statement for your Apex class in the format at Salesforce/Apex/class name dot your static method name, and the class name would be prefixed with namespace. If you have a namespace, specific namespace for your class, for example, you are referring a class from a managed package, then you have to prefix that with namespace. If you have a namespace in your org, then you have to prefix. This is optional, okay? And you import in the name of your name. You specify some name here. To the same name, you have to wire your property with in that parameter. You have to specify the same the name that you imported. You get my point? So the wiring will return the data from the SOQL if you return anything. Okay. So this is a property you are going to refer in your HTML. So how we are going to refer this? How we are going to get the data? You are going to refer a property or object called data on successful completion of your server action. You get my point? Else you can refer the error object of your property. Is that clear to all of you, right? Shall I move on to wiring with property with the parameter? Is that clear to all of you till here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. And how will you pass parameter in case if your Apex class accepting a parameter? Okay, the method, the Apex method, the method doesn't accept parameter now. In case if your method accept parameter, then how will you pass parameter to your method? Example, I think we have covered this in your over here as well, right? So we have two methods here. There is another method, get contacts for email, accept a name. So the SOQL search against that name and return last name, first name, and all, right? So wiring with param, yeah. So over here, you are going to pass the parameter by including a JSON parameter next to your the method parameter. Okay, so the import method you are referring, right? Just you add one more parameter within the braces. That's it. So my name is nothing but your Apex parameter name, Apex method parameter name on the left side. Right side, you pass some value. So here in this example, we are referring this within single quotes. Prefix that parameter with a dollar. So what does it mean? This is a reactive reference, which means a dynamic reference. Anywhere this property value is changed, this is a property, right? Anywhere this value property is changed, what happens? This will react, which means the wiring will also will also get the data from the database dynamically. So that's how it happens. It's something like you refresh the wiring part of your JS class. You refresh it whenever you whenever you change any value into this property, the wiring will retrieve the data automatically, which means the wiring will refresh, come into effect. Okay, so in this example, when user enters the text, any text into the input text box, the onChange event will retrieve the data, in this target value, and we use timeout predefined method of JS, JavaScript, so that we delay for a time interval, so that we can avoid a too much frequent transaction you call to the server. That's why you use the delay. Okay, just quick 1 minute, just hold on. So this is a wiring with the property, and wiring with the function, right? Wiring with the function, the property, you just have to replace that with a JavaScript function, right? So what is the changes you have to do here? A function, just open close bracket, the function regular format, open and close braces, where you will have the logic for the function. Correct? I'm audible? I just wanted to confirm I'm audible. I'm recording, I think. Yeah.
Yes, Ranjit, you are audible.
Yeah. So you have again a JSON parameter. Remember, JavaScript, you pass any parameter either in ARA or LWC. The JSON format always take this syntax, right? You know about JSON format, guys? If you gone through the JSON format always takes this name value pair, right? So a property has a value, value. So within braces. If you have array, then that will be takes a different format. If it is object, see array format, you have a square, right? That's an array format. If you have a object inside the array, that will take different format. Okay. If time permits, remind me at the end. Additionally, I would also walk through the JSON syntax. Okay, later if time permits. You remind me, I may forget. Not part of the syllabus, but still remind me. I will walk through for your reference. Okay, now you'll have a two parameter in this wiring with the function JS function. The first parameter is going to be receive the information if the server call is not successful. The server call is successful, the second parameter will going to receive data. Okay, so remember this normally we'll assume like the first parameter will have a data, and the next parameter would have a exception information, right? But this vice versa here. This other way here. Okay, so if data, the format of JS to check whether the data is not undefined. In JavaScript, the value is null. For example, the particular property is null. It's undefined. So you can check directly like this. If the data is not undefined, it means not null. Then you can just assign this, which means the data that you retrieved from the Apex, isn't it? The data that you retrieved from Apex class. From the class, you get the data and you assign to this property. So you just have to render this property. So as usual, right? You'll use for each line item, and you can render the data like this. Okay. So if you are passing parameter, what changes you have to make? I would give that as part of as an exercise for you. I give this as an exercise for you. Did I give any exercise in the last class for wiring with the parameter and function? Did I give? I have to check.
I think no.
I didn't give, right?
Yes.
Given or I given?
No, you did not give.
Given?
You did
Not
not
Did
give.
not give, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Today I'll draft some exercise. But how about the example what I demonstrated already? Did you try this, any of you?
Property I tried. Ranjit.
Not function.
This one you haven't uploaded. 7th one for reference, I thought,
Mm,
okay, but you
Is
haven't
it?
uploaded. I believe.
Remind me, guys, if